Chris and Donna, what are you feeling today on your boys' graduation?
Feeling wonderful, feeling extremely proud of everything John accomplished and all the family and friends that both he and our family were able to generate. And the next thing we're looking for is cutting the purse strings.
Donna, what are you thinking?
Just excited, the same as Chris. Just excited, met great friends, and they all did well. Great friendships and great 2017. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a great day. Tucker graduating, it's going to be fun.
What are you feeling right now, buddy?
It was just pretty emotional for the family. You know, it's nice. Got one, I got two more to go. A wedding and then my little one.
Let's get fired up.
Graduation day! Whoa!
What do you guys?
One night.
What are you guys thinking?
It's hot as heck. I'm thinking I want Stubbs to unbutton his shirt even more.
We need to know about that.
Adam, what are you feeling today? What are you feeling today, Adam?
It's too hot for this shit.
This place can go.
Yes, we are.
We are that guy.
Stop.
Congratulations, Adam. Love you, buddy. Hey, Morgan.
Hey, how's it going?
Congratulations. Congratulations, Tucker.
Thank you.
Quentin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ricky.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Dontre.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Know your videography.
Eric.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Lane.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Congratulations, John. Hey, Ryan.
Our lives are lived, and by your truth, wisdom is found. We pray for graduates here who finish a course of study, moving on into the new and to the unknown. Confidence in the future that you hold. We ask that our energies would be gathered up and given to our neighbors in love, so that we recognize in all that we do, we belong to you, we are called by you, and we are asked to do your service in this world. God, be with us in this day and every day. Amen.
Welcome all of you to the 184th commencement for Hanover College. We are all very excited today for Hanover's class of 2017. I also want to welcome those who are watching this ceremony on our live stream. I know that there are parents and grandparents and friends who cannot be with us today, but we are excited to have you join us online. I would also like to welcome another graduating class this afternoon. For the 6th time in Hanover's history, we have invited back to commencement a class who is celebrating their 50th anniversary of their graduation. This year, that is the class of 1967. We are so pleased that you have joined us, and I ask if you would please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Your gift to Hanover College. This is their opportunity to leave a legacy while providing a meaningful gift to campus. The class of 2017 senior gift consists of the purchase of Hanover's first electric-powered vehicle. The vehicle will be used by the physical plant and is an exciting step to a more environmentally friendly Hanover. Thank you, class of 2017, for beginning the practice of giving back. And to those who follow in your footsteps, we hope that this will continue for many years to come. To the class of 2017, I say thank you for this gift. Of Hanover College's Board of Trustees, Mark Levitt. Mark is a graduate of Hanover College, class of 1971, as is his wife, Mara Beth. Mark earned his MBA from Michigan State University. Mark recently retired from Cummins Engine after over 40 years of service there. He held several international positions with the firm, and he continues to be an important community leader in Columbus, Indiana. Please welcome Mark Levitt.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. It's a huge milestone. It's what Hanover College is all about, the culmination of all the faculty's work, all your advisors and coaches, and I congratulate you. I congratulate your parents on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all your family that supported you to achieve this major accomplishment that nobody can take away with you. You are a graduate, you've got a 4-year degree, and you're ready to take on the world. So the Board of Trustees congratulates you, wishes you all the best, and have a great future. Thank you very much.
And now to introduce your senior speaker. It has been our tradition to have our senior speaker selected by the senior committee of the graduating class. They use a rigorous application and audition process that includes submitting outlines anonymously and then being selected for an audition. The final selection is made by the senior committee after hearing all the finalists. From the outstanding auditions, Narain Agarwal was chosen. Narain is from Calcutta, India, and will graduate today with an economics major and as a business scholar. Narain has served in numerous leadership positions during his years at Hanover. He is a member of Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity. After graduating, he has the opportunity to teach English in Japan, but he is exploring other opportunities in California. No doubt he will succeed in whatever he decides to do. please welcome Narain Agarwal.
A special hello to my family who couldn't be here today but is watching me online. Mummy, Papa, Bhaiya, Bhabhi, Didi, miss you all. And also my international friends who are streaming online from Guadalajara, from Oxford, hello to all. Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Let me assure you, though, that today, the suffering resulting from having to leave this beautiful institution is based entirely in reality and none in imagination. The game of college has culminated, and it is time for the denouement. Thanks to all the family and friends for being on the bleachers from start to end, and many thanks to the international parents for streaming the whole game live. We immensely value your support. The beautiful thing is, we have all won the game, emerged successfully, and are here now. Even though everyone's journey through Hanover is unique, today I attempt to share the common threads that run through the lives of 250 students present here. Lives who have been lucky enough to walk through the portals of this hallowed institution. These are a few things about this journey I wish to highlight. I come from India, a country home to the largest film industry, Bollywood. Hence, I would like to take you on a flashback like all good movies do. On my first few days at Hanover, I remember a thought crossing my mind. This place is a resort. The multicolored leaves, the scenic river view, and healthy squirrels with wiggly tails had me mesmerized. But then, of course, classes started. And Hanover was not simply a beautiful resort. It became much more. My brain started to rewire itself, trying to adapt and survive the challenging classes. However, throughout the process, I was motivated and guided by my professors and peers. We were all exposed to the engaging interdisciplinary curriculum which started to implant a lifelong inquiry within us. I came to college to learn, but Hanover made me realize the importance of unlearning. Unlearning is the process of discarding outdated and false information from one's memory. In my years here, I have unlearned my biases, my prejudices, and ethnocentric outlook. In my years here, it has provided me a transformative learning environment and supportive community, and has prepared us for a life of meaningful service. From developing a business strategy for a local client, and learning about history of great civilizations and cultures and great works, Hanover College delivered just like it had promised us in its mission statement. For reference, Hanover College is a challenging and supportive community whose members take responsibility for lifelong inquiry, transformative learning, and meaningful service. A holistic education was supplemented with excellent leadership opportunities. This was the perfect recipe for our class to prepare torchbearers that have already achieved and will keep on achieving amazing feats. From starting Hanover College Dance Marathon for Riley Children's Hospital, a program which raised more than $60,000 to date, to our senior gift, contributing towards Hanover's first emission-free vehicle, we have been impacting lives and our local community positively. Hanover has also had one of the most successful years for athletics. Let me run you through some of our sporting achievements of the past year. The men's soccer team won its first ever conference championship with 12 exceptional seniors on the team. The women's soccer team retained their conference championship for 4 years in the past season. Also, the men's basketball team made us incredibly proud when they reached to the NCAA Elite 8 games. Thanks to the graduating seniors on all our Panther teams who provided their valuable experience and guidance for winning results. However, what makes our class unique is the underlying theme of internationalism our class has embraced. We created a community of cultural exchange and civic engagement with the help of a relatively large international student body size and the local students' acceptance of them with open arms. Not to mention that many of our classmates studied abroad and brought back enthralling memories from locations around the world like Vietnam, Ireland, Colombia, and many more. Also, our class made the annual international banquet one of its kind and engaged many of Hanover community in our cultural celebrations. On a personal level, I was ecstatic I could bring a little bit of India to Indiana and celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Lights, with my Hanover family. The importance of such internationalism can be understood through Thomas Friedman's words, "The world is flat." No, I do not mean to present you with a scientific fallacy. Rather, I, just like professors here at Hanover, want you to think critically and grasp the essence of what is meant by the phrase. The phrase "world is flat" suggests that we have entered an era of globalization, where national boundaries are starting to be less restrictive and people are interacting across borders more than ever before. One must become internationally mindful to remain relevant and thrive in the 21st century. A senior traveling abroad for the first time who studied in Ghana said, "It was incredible to have a vision beyond a tunnel vision, to see past what the media tells you, and realize the possible opportunity the whole world provides you." The class of 2017 is well prepared for such an environment. Thanks to Hanover College's liberal arts education and the class of 2017's embrace of internationalism. To summarize the college experience for us, I would like to make use of a prop, this Rubik's Cube. This Rubik's Cube in my hand represents us, and the 6 different colors represent different aspects of our lives: physical, personal, social, educational, professional, spiritual. Through Hanover's educational experience, we have gained a deeper understanding of ourselves and have developed an understanding of who we are physically, personally, socially, educationally, professionally, and spiritually. Now it is time to go out into the world, enriched by what we have received from this great institution, carrying our own unique patterns and building a beautiful tapestry to share with others. I once again want to thank everyone in the Hanover community, the president, vice presidents, professors, staff, alumni, and students for their continued support in making this place a wonderful institution. Our 4-year-long stay at the resort has now concluded, and it is time for us, travelers of life, to continue with our journey onward. Though we do plan to return for short weekend vacations during homecoming. Thank you, class of 2017. More life, more everything.
Thank you, Narain. In addition to the many outstanding seniors listed in your program, I would like to announce the recipients of the highest awards at Hanover. These awards were given at Honors Day last month. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. The John Finley Crowe Citation, Outstanding Graduating Senior Man based on excellence in the areas of character, scholarship, leadership, and social responsibility, Narain Agarwal. Graduate Senior Woman based on excellence in the areas of character, scholarship, leadership, and social responsibility, Ashley Eden. The Mary Mildred Sullivan Award, a graduating senior woman based on their dedication to service, social entrepreneurship, and community engagement, Ashley Eden. The Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award, a graduating senior man based on his dedication to service, social entrepreneurship, and community engagement, Christopher Barbera. Please join me in recognizing all of these outstanding men and women. Thank you. The last 4 weeks, I've had the joy of teaching my first class at Hanover College. Back in a former life that sometimes seems long ago, I was a theology professor who taught classes, graded exams and papers, and engaged in conversations with students about deep questions of spirituality, ethics, and creating a life of meaning and purpose. And for these past weeks, I was able to do that again, and it was quite a thrill. The subject of my course was the theology, ministry, and leadership of Dr. Martin Luther King. His name is well known nationally and internationally, but there is not always a depth of knowledge accompanying the breadth of his name recognition. In addition to studying about him, we also traveled in his footsteps with a trip to his birthplace in Atlanta, the site of his assassination in Memphis, and important places in between like Montgomery, Birmingham, and Selma in Alabama, as well as the Mississippi Delta. King was killed 49 years ago last month in Memphis. The year was 1968. It was a time of incredible tension in our nation and a period when a great political divide was also present. Our nation was divided over an escalating war abroad, protests at home and especially in our cities, a growing awareness of economic inequality, a continued desire to end racism but division over what was still required, a feeling by many in the heartland that a so-called silent majority had been ignored, and a feeling there and elsewhere that the American dream was increasingly unattainable. Not long before he was shot in 1968, and in the midst of this social and political turmoil, King published his last book. The title seems to speak to both our time and to the lives of newly minted college graduates. King used a question as the starting point. The book was entitled, "Where do we go from here?" Of course, our graduates have heard this question in different forms for some time now. They have heard, "What's next for you? Where are you going after graduation? What are you going to do after Hanover?" For some, an answer may be easy, with responses such as law school, medical school, PT school, or some other additional education. Or it may be an employment pathway or a new city. For a few others, it may still be cloudy and uncertain. You, our graduates, cannot escape that you are at a significant transition point in your lives, just as we could argue that we are at another great transition point in our nation's history. You begin the next phase of your life as a war against terror extends into its second decade, as a political divide splits the nation, families, and even our fellow Hanoverians, as differences of race, ethnicity, and religion seem to divide us as much or more than ever, as technology moves faster, creating new opportunities to connect. It also creates new ways to anger and separate. And as economic anxiety grips both the old and the young. And so you, our graduates, go out into the world. As you go out, you prepare for your own transition. And the convergence of your changes and our society's changes could be seen as an incredible opportunity. They could also be seen as a time for fear and despair. Looking back and looking forward, Martin Luther King Jr. also knew that there could be a different answer to the question, where do we go from here? The subtitle of his book named the two he could foresee. He said that America and the world could choose chaos or community. I am amazed how this choice seems to be the one that faces us now. And perhaps it always has been and always will be. But I am also convinced that it is not only a societal and global choice, but also a personal and even existential choice as well. As an individual, you, our graduates, have before you the choice to make a positive difference in the world, the choice to fashion a life of meaning and purpose and service to others, the choice to nurture bonds of community in multiple settings, or the choice to pursue self-interest at all costs. The choice to leave the concerns of community and the world to others, and the choice to deny the entire idea of meaning and purpose in life, apart from the acquisition of personal wealth, power, satisfaction, and privilege. As a people, our choice may be community or chaos, but as individuals, it seems that our choice is between community or nihilism. To describe his vision of community in the book, Where Do We Go From Here?, King offered his own parable, the story of a novelist who left at his death the outline for a new story, as stated thus. A widely separated family inherits a house in which they have to live together. It was a global vision of the TV show Big Brother, except that this was not reality television, but reality itself. King goes on to say, "We have inherited a large house, a great world house, in which we have to live together, black and white, Easterner and Westerner, Gentile and Jew, Catholic and Protestant, Muslim and Hindu. A family unduly separated in ideas, culture, and interest, who, because we can never live apart, must learn how to live with each other in peace." My friend and former classmate, Dr. Hak Jun Lee, says that King recognized early the consequences of globalization and the need for a global ethical vision. And at the same time, he harmonized that vision with local issues. He was able to translate local languages and concerns into global public languages and to invite people outside his community to join in his advocacy, while energizing a local community with a moral cause and meaning well beyond its immediate life. Joining King, I would say that we have been given a false choice today between valuing a global community or valuing local community. A liberal arts education has long sought to encourage global perspectives and engagement. We have embraced the Stoic idea of being cosmopolitans, literally citizens of the world. Our graduates here have been required to study language, been offered a multitude of study abroad options, experienced a diversity of students from around this country and the world, and been encouraged and challenged to understand and appreciate global cultures and peoples. However, I must say that I worry that we may not have done enough to teach the values and skills of local citizenship. The town of Hanover, the city of Madison, Jefferson County, do not sound as interesting as Brussels or Taipei. And I fear that if you have been detached from our local community as students, then you may not be prepared for or even engage the local communities where you find yourself after you leave. And I must add that indifference is just another path to chaos. It is not chaos with a fist, but chaos with a shrug. For King, the individual choice and the collective one were easily made. During his last speech, his last words in Memphis, King reflected on the personal choice he had made. But even more, he affirmed his choice knowing that his dreams would not be fulfilled. He said, "Each of you, in some ways, is building some kind of temple. The struggle is always there. It gets discouraging sometimes. Some of us are trying to build a temple of peace. We speak out against war, we protest, but it seems that your head is going against a concrete wall. It seems to mean nothing. Well, that is the story of life. And the thing that makes me happy is that I can hear a voice crying through the vista of time saying, it may not come today, or it may not come tomorrow, but it is well that it is within thine heart. It is well that you are trying. You may not see it, the dream may not be fulfilled, but it's just good that you have a desire to bring it into reality." I believe he is saying that one of the great temptations leading us to a denial of meaning and purpose is our very finitude. If we are to have a purpose that is truly bigger than us, a temple, as King names it, it is a purpose that will necessarily live beyond us. And I will go even further and say that to build that temple, to pursue that purpose that goes beyond us, to live such a life and to make such a choice requires a form of faith. It requires hope. So I must ask you, the members of the class of 2017, what will your temple be? How will you repair and maintain our great world house? A cornerstone has been set in your Hanover College education, but what you build will be of your own choosing. It may be a monument that serves only your own needs, or it may be a temple that gathers, inspires, and shelters others, including those very different than you. May God bless your endeavors and make you a blessing. to all whom you serve. Thank you. And now, Dean Jobe, will you please recognize the retiring faculty and members and present the class of 2017 for the conferral of degrees.
Reverend Catherine Knott reminded us at the baccalaureate service this morning. Today is a kind of crossroads, especially for the graduates this year. A crossroads at which point decisions and directions are made. At last year's baccalaureate service, in her remarks, she also noticed that it's a time of ambiguity. It's a time of ambivalence. Both points are true. A crossroads with which there is ambivalence. With proud attainment brings it a certain sad separation. Separation from a place and separation from the individuals who have sustained us in so many different and incalculable ways. This ambivalence is felt twice over by the college and by the faculty, who say farewell not only to you, the graduates, but also to those of their colleagues who attend today that oxymoron, the commencement ceremony preceding retirement. There are 3 faculty members retiring at the end of this academic year after a collective 65 years of sustaining the mission of the college, serving the needs of its students, and enriching the lives of their fellow faculty members. As I read their names, I ask that those in attendance please stand. Dr. Walter J. Brunix, professor of biology, who came to the college in 1992 and now retires after 25 years of service. Dr. Stephen B. Ellis, a graduate of the Hanover class of 1972 and an assistant professor in the Business Scholars Program. He returned to his alma mater in 2009 and retires after 8 years of service. Family obligations have prevented Professor Ellis from attending today. And third and finally, Dr. Margot L. Thompson, professor of English, who came to the college in 1985 and retires after 32 years of service. Professor Thompson is also called away by other obligations. Today, and those who have come before, I thank Professors Brunix, Ellis, and Thompson for so capably fulfilling their duties as teachers and scholars, advisors and mentors, models and guides, benefactors and supporters, and friends and confidants. Your gifts to your students were identified in the refrain line of the hymn with which we close today's baccalaureate service. Beyond and more valuable than knowledge and skill, you have offered to students wisdom and courage for the living in these and future days. On behalf of the college and its future faculty and staff, I thank these colleagues for their example, for exemplary service to their disciplines, to their institution, and to the profession. In his sermon today, the Reverend Dr. Jenkins cited the novelist Marilynne Robinson on the current plight that so many of us find ourselves in, living in a world of joyless urgency. By the examples of Professors Brunix, Ellis, and Thompson, I would like to think that we see an example of the possibility to live in the world with joyful steadiness, to offer, again in an echo of today's hymnal music, your hearts, your dreams, your minds, and your hands, to think, imagine, to serve, and to challenge on behalf of our students. And finally, on behalf of Chairman Levitt and the Hanover College Board of Trustees, I confer upon Professors Brunix and Thompson the status of emeritus and emerita faculty members with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that distinction. Chairman Levitt, President Lambert, colleagues all, students in the class of 2017, and honored guest, may I ask you to rise in recognition of our retiring faculty members. Lambert, I present to you 250 members of the graduating class of 2017. Of these, 53 have earned their degrees with honors, 23 with high honors, and 11 with highest honors. The candidates whose names appear on the program have been recommended by the faculty and duly approved by the Board of Trustees for the degree of Bachelor of Arts from Hanover College. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? Please.
Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and I now confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. As a symbol of your honor and achievement, I will now present your diploma.
Will the candidates please come forward to receive the diploma? I ask that we hold our applause until all diplomas have been awarded. Christopher Charles Amstutz. Elena Archibald. Diana Alexandria Riley L. Deckard. Graham Allen Denning. Rafael D. Mayo. Anthony Lusumbi Debaya. Eldridge. Colin P. Emmert. Spencer Grace Funk. Audrey Nicole Furnish. Dean Thomas Nadinger. Michael Gepfrich. Walker Stephen Drew Gowan. Adam Curran Gutermuth. Malik O. Hairston. Jacob Patrick Halley. Benjamin Thomas Hamilton. Emilia K. Marie Larson. Paige Nicole Lennertz. Ryan Jefferson Martin. John Thomas Marvel. Dalton W. McCleary. Molly McCurdy. Melissa Mina in absentia. Joseph Andrew Mingione. Morgan Morrison. Corey A. Muchmore. Taylor Nicole. Austin W. Niehoff. Brett Gunner Lawrence Runnard. Molly Beth Rector. Danielle Nicole Rehor in absentia. Cody Lane Reister. Kevin M. Schultz. Tucker Dane Schultz. Miranda Sell. Elizabeth Rose Sherman. Destiny Rochelle Spicer. James Robert Stackhouse. Lowell Thomas Stevens IV. Quentin Keith Javante Stubbs Lee. Emily K. Tandy. Gabrielle Elizabeth Thatcher.
Hey, woo!
Brianna White. Richard Robert Wendell. Carissa Andrea Marie Wiseman. Haley Marie Witt. Woodruff. President Lambert. The following members of the class of 2017 have earned their degrees cum laude. Narain Agarwal.
Give me the woo.
Seema
Give me the woo.
Altal.
Give me the woo.
Brown. Miriam Katrina Cahill. Anna Lynn Carnacion. Ileana Correa. Rebecca Jane Dickmander. Rebecca Marie Duke. John Falbish. Brittany A. Farrell. Miley Mia Sugi Gasakuri. Jesse Cole Lamb. Gabrielle Autumn Leaf.
Thank you.
Perrin Lorette Mayer. Callie Michelle Montz. Kyle Anthony Munden. Eric Ryan Oriski. Michael E. Pauley. Emily Perry. Trent Austin Taylor. Courtney Renee Markland. Emily Marie Miller. Marion Ukila Orozco. Lane Alexander Taylor. Cameron Suzanne Trackman. Cum laude. Please join.
Board of Directors. I am honored to be here today. Congratulations, class of 2017, on your graduation, and welcome to our Alumni Association. The Hanover College community is made up of a group of more than 13,000 Hanoverians. Wherever you go, you are destined to meet a Hanoverian along the way, and I guarantee you will find things that you have in common, no matter how many years apart you are, that has made you successful in your life. Our college's mission exists far beyond the 4 years that you spent high above a stately river. Don't let Hanover become just a part of your past. It has given you to somehow make the world a better place.
build a temple. As you leave, you continue to build a temple. Ask, what kind of temple is that? What do you choose? Do you choose chaos? Do you choose community? The Hebrew prophet Micah reminds us that community is our destiny and that we are to choose a temple that lies beyond us. It is required of us, and that is justice, loving kindness, and walking humbly with the one who has created, redeemed, and sustains us. So choose that temple, follow in that path, and may the grace, peace, and mercy of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit go with you this day and every day. Amen.